So, yeah, I'm the guy who just watched his former manager lose about $3 million in vendor contracts because he thought I was bluffing. Spoiler alert, I wasn't. Let me back up. I worked at a mid-sized manufacturing company in the Midwest. Not some fancy Silicon Valley startup or anything, just a solid operation that makes industrial parts for automotive suppliers. The kind of place where people actually make things instead of having meetings about meetings. We employed about 300 people across 2 facilities and our annual revenue hovered around 80 million. Not huge, but respectable. I was the procurement manager, which basically meant I handled all the vendor relationships, negotiated contracts, and made sure our supply chain didn't implode every other week. Every single component that went into our products came through me. Raw materials, packaging, tools, machinery, parts, safety equipment, you name it. If we needed to buy it, I was the guy who made it happen. The role was more complex than it sounds. I wasn't just ordering stuff from a catalog. I was managing relationships with 47 different suppliers across 12 states and 3 countries. Each one had their own quirks, lead times, quality standards, and pricing structures. Some were massive corporations with rigid processes. Others were family-owned operations where a handshake still meant something. My job was knowing which was which. Knowing who to call when we needed something yesterday. Knowing who'd work with us on payment terms when cash flow got tight. Knowing which suppliers would prioritize our orders during shortages and which ones would ghost us the second a bigger customer came calling. I've been there for 6 years. Started as a junior buyer right out of college and worked my way up. Learned the ropes. Built relationships with suppliers, figured out who was reliable and who would ghost you the second prices went up. By year 3, I was running the whole department. Just me and 2 assistants who mostly handled data entry and phone calls. Those first few years were tough. I made mistakes. Ordered too much of something, not enough of something else. Missed a delivery deadline that shut down our assembly line for half a day. That cost the company about $50,000 and nearly got me fired. I learned from it, though. Started building in buffer time, created backup supplier relationships, developed a sixth sense for when something was about to go wrong. By year 4, I had the system humming. I'd renegotiated most of our major contracts, saving the company about $800,000 annually. I built personal relationships with key account managers at every supplier, knew their kids' names, sent Christmas cards, remembered birthdays. That probably sounds corny, but in B2B relationships, that stuff matters. People do business with people they like. I also developed a proprietary tracking system that nobody else understood. It wasn't in any manual or software program. It was a combination of spreadsheets, notes, and pure institutional knowledge. I knew which suppliers had quality issues with specific SKUs. I knew which ones would quietly extend payment terms if we were having a rough month. I knew which account managers would take my call at 7 p.m. on a Saturday if we had an emergency. That knowledge wasn't written down anywhere. It couldn't be. Half of it was reading between the lines of conversations, understanding the politics at supplier companies, knowing when to push and when to back off. The job wasn't glamorous, but I was good at it. Really good. Our costs were down 22% from when I started. Lead times were better. Quality issues dropped. The CEO loved me because I made his quarterly reports look great. The operations team loved me because parts showed up when they were supposed to. Even accounting didn't hate me,